Welcome in, everyone. I'm SquishableMoon, your shooting star with a ranch addiction and fewer brain cells than the common garden snail. And welcome back to my channel. There are many types of characters out there, and I just don't mean personality-wise. Think about all the OCs you've seen in your day, how many characters you've seen in media, how many characters you've seen in comics and movies, and even TV shows and billboards. And basically anywhere that you need a character, there are characters out there of every variety and every kind. Before this video, you may have heard of original characters before, but maybe you have no idea what an OC is. So let's get into explaining it. An original character, also called an OC, is any character you create as long as it's unique, original, and it's a character. It's an OC. In other words, species, gender, style, personality doesn't change the fact that you've got an OC on your hands. Next, a sona is an OC that is some way a reflection of the artist. Sonas can represent their artist in many ways. Their personality may be similar, for example. Some people use sonas as a way to express hidden sides of themselves too. Now, sonas and OCs get mixed up quite a bit. I mean, they're pretty similar. Both characters are both totally unique, usually in their own way. So there's one big difference. A sona is specifically made to represent some part of an artist who creates them. An OC, however, may not be. In other words, sonas are actually a type of OC. You are simply copying and pasting yourself onto a character. Heck, even some are called self-inserts. Sonas are just characters that come from your core, basically. Okay, but you're in this video to learn what kinning is and what a kinsona is. So what exactly does that mean? Here's where things get a little bit tricky. A kinsona is a type of original character or fan character that takes attributes of one or more canon characters and implements them into a design for an original character. It may be similar to a deku dog, though deku dogs usually come with more negative connotations than kinsona. For some, kinsona and deku dogs are interchangeable terms, though a kinsona is made with kinning in mind, which is not true for every deku dog. Alternatively, some may include non-canon characters in their definition of kinsona instead of using kinsona to refer to a character related to one's kin type, which this definition, someone whose kin type is a cat may consider their cat-based sona to be their kinsona. So, some history on kinsonas. Kinsonas predate the term deku dog by roughly 3 to 4 years, with its early usage of kinsona seen in a piece of fur affinity art from July 2014, give or take, that was tagged with kinsona. Then kinsona was mentioned on fur affinity forums on Jan 2015 and on DeviantArt. One of the first mentions of kinsona was from July 2015 by a user Eddie Cola. This replies references My Little Pony Friendship is Magic personas, with one response from 2015 believing kinsona was related to the term pony sona, and another response from 2017 saying it wasn't. On DeviantArt in 2015, there are several journal entries about kinsonas related to My Little Pony sonas. However, kinsona did not start as a My Little Pony term, of course, and continues to be used as a wider kin community. Pony sona itself predates kinsona by around 3 to 4 years, cropping up around mid-2011. While the exact origin of kinsona is unknown, it's possible kinsona may have developed among furry orientations, other kins, Therians, fiction kins around the mid-2014 range, give or take. By the way, a deku dog is a fan-made character that takes attributes of a canon character and implements them heavily into the design of a fan character. It may be similar to a kinsona, though deku dogs usually come with a more negative connotation than kinsona. While a kinsona is made with kinning in mind, a deku dog does not have to be a kinsona, though a deku dog can still double as a kinsona. Deku dog is usually renowned as often an insult, so I would recommend not using it. With all of that explanation out of the way, is kinsonas good or bad, and how far is too far when making a kinsona? Opinions on kinsonas may change between websites. For example, one comment on my Facebook stated they were totally fine with kinsonas and thought they were amazing, while other people think kinsonas are copies OCs or just rearrange characters that already existed. However, I think this issue stems from kinsonas that aren't different enough from their source material and tend to be the main reason for concern. They simply look like the material with little to no changes whatsoever, maybe one change thrown in. This is usually a bit of an issue, as seeing as Hasbro and many other companies do not like people just running around with a Rainbow Dash or Rarity look-alike and saying, oh, this is my kinsona, so it's fine. While another website like Toy House takes down kinsonas that are too similar to their source material. However, there are ways around it. If you want to make a kinsona on Toy House, just make sure it does not look too close to what you are kinning. Another issue that may occur is people making kinsonas based on other people's OCs. A lot of people online already don't like it when OCs look too similar to theirs, so it's no wonder most people dislike the idea of someone making a kinsona based off their OC. But what about kinning someone's OC? While some may see popular OCs and feel strongly like they kin the characters that the owners own, the owner may feel it creepy or kind of awkward to handle someone who feels way too strongly about an OC that they don't even own. In this instance, if you want to make a kinsona based on somebody's OC, I definitely have to recommend against it. Unless you're going to specifically ask the person who owns the character if you can make a character based on them, it is important to remember that people owning characters are human themselves. They are going to have feelings, and some people are really close to the characters they own and don't enjoy having other people making characters that look too similar to them. Like I said, it's a tricky area when it comes to making kinsonas based on other people's characters. It is best to proceed on the side of caution and ask for permission when doing this kind of thing, and I would recommend probably not making a kinsona on people's characters that you are not very close to. What about kinning characters that are in media that are from TV shows, movies, and comics? This is a very good area of expertise. I think it is completely fine to kin characters from shows and movies and media. Have at it, whatever you want, whether it looks exactly like the character or not is up to you. Though I really recommend making it your own and changing some things so it can be a unique character. However, what about kinsonas based on allegedly bad people's characters? While in some cases, fans may want to keep a piece of beloved ship art, like our fallen creator Flufflepuff and their character Flufflepuff and Chrysalis, that people may go out of their way to make a kin OC based off of it because they loved the media so much. In my opinion, this is a gray area. Like I said previously, you're always going to want permission when making a kinsona based on somebody else's character. But what happens when the characters you are kinning come from a franchise that isn't necessarily good? In a lot of ways, I like to think of my stance of Harry Potter. I know everyone's tired of hearing about Harry Potter, but let me just tell you my analogy. As everyone knows, I used to love Harry Potter very much. I still have a hard time not loving Harry Potter because it was such a big part of my childhood, and everyone has the same issue that I talk to who love Harry Potter. However, you have to remember that the creator is less of a good person than I'd like to admit, and often really terrible. I don't want to support them, and I don't think anyone wants to support them after they've known what she's put out there. So anything I buy is going to be secondhand or fan-made because I do not want to support the person who made Harry Potter or make people want to go support them. So it is important to remember, is your kinsona going to be leading people to go check out a bad creator? Is it going to be advertising said bad franchise? Or is it going to be different enough that people aren't going to be able to see where it came from? Like I said, it is a very big gray area when it comes to this subject. I, for one, would just try to stay away from this unless you're able to change it enough that other people aren't going to pick up on it. Because let's be honest, the internet is everything you want it to be and a lot more. If you are going to make something off of a franchise that is bad, off of a creator that is bad, or going to make something that is similar to someone else, eventually somebody is going to point it out. That is just how the internet works. So if you are going to make something super similar to someone else or off a bad franchise, get ready for all of the hate you are probably going to receive. Of course, this doesn't happen to everyone. Between being a gym bro and being a Barbie nerd, you can be picked on for pretty much anything. So who cares if you're being picked on for a kinsona at this point? So to put it in simpler terms, I think kinsonas are a-okay in my book. I don't see anything initially bad about them. I think they're a neat way to keep something alive and to show your interest in something. However, I would be very careful when making kinsonas that are based on things that might be related to other people's characters and concepts, especially if you're going to be making adopts. If you're going to be making adopts, definitely do not slap an OC together and just say, this is Fluttershy but purple, or this is Rainbow Dash but pink instead of rainbow. Definitely do not do that. Do not spend time on your kinsonas. Spend time making them unique. However, if you are making a kinsona that is extremely close to original media just for yourself, say from a TV show like My Little Pony or a furry character from a furry show, I would say that's fine. If you want to have something super similar to a character in media, just make it for yourself and keep it to make yourself comfortable and happy and get art of it. Just don't go around selling it as an original character. Now, making a kinsona based on other people's character, that is a gray area. You're gonna want to ask permission for that. Definitely don't just do that. Don't just steal somebody's character design, slap it on a different base and say it's your kinsona. That's just weird. I wouldn't like that. And trying to come from personal experience, I probably wouldn't want somebody making a character based on my character and just saying it's their kinsona when it looks exactly like my character. This has happened before. I've had people try to steal my characters, and I just don't like it. I don't think anyone likes it. So have fun kinning your characters, but do not steal other people's characters. That is the moral of the story. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I had so much fun making it. I hope to see you guys next time, and I hope all your dreams come true. Bye bye.